It's October, so that can mean only one thing. Time to watch a bunch of scary movies. What's up? No, not that kind of scary movies. I've got 10 recommendations for you on 4K of films that I think, if you haven't already upgraded from Blu-ray to 4K, I think these would definitely be worth adding to your collection. So without further ado, let's get into my 10 recommendations for some scary movies this October. Now, I'm not the biggest horror fan, but I do enjoy some classic horror films and some newer ones too. I'm going to quickly run through these 10 4K films I think you should pick up this October, because there's currently, I think, a 3 for 30 deal going on HMV and Zavi at the minute, where you can pick up some horror titles, and I believe some of these are actually in that deal, so really worth grabbing if you haven't already got these in your collection. So first one up, I have 1978's classic horror film, Halloween. Yeah, from John Carpenter. Had to be on this list. It is the all-time classic slasher. 4K transfer on this is really, really good. There is a Scream Factory one from America that's also, I heard, is really nice, but I have the Lionsgate one here in the UK. I think it's hard to kind of come by, but I think you can get it on like CEX or something like that. So first on my list is none other than Halloween. Another one from John Carpenter, and that is from 1982, and we have The Thing. Now, I haven't actually watched the 4K disc of this one yet, as I'm waiting to watch this one with my eldest son, but I have flicked through a few scenes and the transfer looks really good, and I've checked out a few reviews online and they also say that this one has turned out really nice. So yeah, The Thing on 4K, definitely worth having in your collection. And the third film on my list is from 2017, and that is Get Out from Jordan Peele. Really enjoyable film, this one, and really worth having in 4K. The black levels in this look really, really good. Probably Jordan Peele's best one so far. I thought Us was okay, and I'm looking forward to seeing Nope actually. So yeah, so that's number 3, that is Get Out. Number 4 is from 2011, and that is The Cabin in the Woods from Drew Goddard. Watched this one with my wife recently and she really enjoyed it also. It's a lot of fun, a few jump scares along the way, but yeah, this one's a really fun movie and I definitely think you should add it to your 4K collection. Number 5 on my list is a classic from 1996, and that is Scream. Yeah, the slasher film that isn't scared to take fun of itself. It has a really nice transfer Scream, and definitely if you have the Blu-ray, I think you should maybe consider upgrading this one. It is definitely worth having in your 4K collection also. Next one up, I have an all-time classic, and that is from 1980, and it is none other than Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Yeah, this one is a must-own on 4K. The transfer on this is so nice. They did an amazing job with the transfer of this film, and if you're a horror fan of any kind, then The Shining is definitely one to put in your collection. Not the scariest movie, but definitely one that just gives you a bit of unease while you're watching it. So yeah, The Shining is a must-own, I think, on 4K, and you should definitely add this one to your collection. And the 7th pick I have is from 2019, and that is the sequel to The Shining, Doctor Sleep, from Mike Flanagan. This one I was really quite surprised with. I wasn't sure if it was really going to be any good, but it took me by surprise, and I thought it was a decent sequel considering it wasn't Stanley Kubrick. It's definitely worth checking out if you enjoy The Shining and just kind of see the continuation of Danny's story. So Doctor Sleep in 4K, it's a really nice transfer also, and one you should consider adding to your 4K horror collection. And in the number 8 spot, I actually have 2 films because, yeah, you should watch both of these, but it's 2018 and 2022's A Quiet Place Part 1 and A Quiet Place Part 2. These films from John Krasinski, yeah, the Dolby Atmos soundtracks in these two are just fantastic. The 4K picture quality really good also, but it's really the Dolby Atmos that really, the sound design in this film that just brings it up to 10. But these films are really worth checking out if you haven't seen A Quiet Place. Give these one a look and add them to your collection. And at number 9 on my list, I have from 2015, The Witch from Robert Eggers. If you're not sure who Robert Eggers is, you may have heard of his latest film called The Northman that came out last year. Yeah, this one on 4K, really worth checking out. I think it's only like an hour and a half long, so it isn't too long a watch. It's set back in the 1500s, so it's like they speak old tongue, but it's a really interesting horror film, as he's a really interesting director. He keeps everything sort of how it would be back then, so really interesting film if you haven't seen The Witch, and this 4K set is really nice and worth adding to your collection if you haven't got it already. And the final film on the list at number 10 we have from 1987, and that is The Lost Boys from Joel Schumacher. An 80s movie that I really enjoyed watching growing up, and when I seen it come out of 4K I thought this is a must for my collection. And yeah, this is a really nice set that came out from Zavvi, and I did an unboxing for that one recently, and if you would like to watch that video, I'll leave a link in the cards there. You can watch that one if you would like. The Lost Boys on 4K, it's definitely a horror film that you consider watching this October and maybe adding to your collection. So there we have it, 10 4K recommendations that I think you should add to your 4K horror collection this October, if you haven't already upgraded these ones already. And as I mentioned earlier, there is a sale going on here in the UK on Zavvi and HMV. There's a 3 for £30 deal going on in some of these 4Ks, so if you haven't already, get on them folks, get them while they're on a deal, because they're worth having. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then please consider clicking the subscribe button. It'd be very much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Jamie, out.